Bottom line, and this is really important, I need you to stay the heck away from unprofitable junk. Profitable is fine. Oil's fine. Profitable oil, profitable tech's fine. I need you to stay away from the sold out SPACs, the ridiculous IPOs, and get ready. Dogecoin, Polkadot, DAI, Polygon, Shiba, Avalanche, Uniswap, Cosmos, Golem, Old Golem, Optimism, Kyber, Tribe Request, Rally, my neighbor Alice, League of Kingdoms, and a couple of other really solid investments that I can get you as long as you like blockchain.
Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and everybody knows you always do the opposite of what Kramer says. All right, let's really talk about things that matter. Let's go. In this video, we're going to jump across the lake on top of lily pads, which means we're going to go fast. This content is wide and varied, and it's meant to keep you on track with facts and research. First up, the Federal Reserve Governor, Michelle Bowman, she gave a speech about 10 days ago in Little Rock, Arkansas. It was at the Vincent FinTech Conference, and she told her audience that banks have observed their deposits are flowing into non-bank crypto asset firms, and they would like to stem that outflow by offering the services themselves. You can bet your bottom dollar there's going to be a lot of banks offering crypto services just as soon as we get over this regulation hurdle. There are a few people in this space that stick to the facts, and I'm really happy to say that Matt Hamilton is one of them. He is a former Ripple employee, but first and foremost, he is part of the XRP community. Is very knowledgeable. When I first learned about his knowledge base, it was when he was working for IBM, and so yeah, he's very skilled, and he hasn't thrown in the towel on this subject as I have. I can't do it anymore. Now we have BitBoy Crypto, which is Ben, talking about creating an ISO 20022 portfolio. And obviously he's just, thinking that these cryptocurrencies have some sort of compliancy, and they don't. It's the company or the entity that uses this token that makes the changes to their software so that it will fit within the standard messaging format that everybody's migrating to, who is using the SWIFT system, and it just doesn't have anything to do with a standard for certifying cryptocurrencies. So as Matt Hamilton tells BitBoy, it's nonsense, and that XRP and XLM have nothing to do with it. And that's just, well, it seems like no matter how many times you say it, it's just, you become a broken record. And I'm done. I'm not fighting this one anymore. So currently, as of just an hour before I prepared to do this video, the consensus is sitting at 82.86%. So we've got 29 yays, 6 nays, and I'm talking about the XLS20. It looks like we're going to have a pink sparkle day. Estimated time of arrival, September 13th, at sometime around 7:49, 10 p.m. UTC. You can bet I'm going to be giving everyone a toast, maybe even live. And if what I said just didn't make any sense to you, it's all about NFTs coming to the XRP ledger. Eleanor Terrett's got a scoop for everyone. Her sources tell her that Gary Gensler will be testifying in front of the Senate Banking on September 15th. Wow. And Benham at the CFTC will testify in front of the Senate Agriculture Dems on the day before. Will be very interesting to see whether Gensler is asked to respond to Benham's answers on crypto. Are they working with each other, or are they working against? There's been many people doing great videos on this FedNow. Crypto is one. This is somebody who, if you're not following, you might give him a try because he's very good. He's down under in Australia. He's back at making content. I'm actually going to have him as a guest on the channel on Saturday. He took a little bit of a break, but I really I enjoy his analytical videos. He's very fact-based, and he just is kind of a no-nonsense guy when it comes to covering this space. So he did a very good FedNow payment video, as well as King Solomon. King Solomon did one of his deep dives, and I think he's going to actually do 3 parts to it, because it's a lot to digest in just one video. There are more than 70 different companies that are showcasing to be a part of this FedNow platform. And I think that if they roll a good portion of those that are showcasing their technology, many of them are Ripple partners. And so bottom line is we'll probably see the cross-border payments for the feds go live when they have slated March of 2025 for the ISO 20022. That is my guess, is when they're going to start tackling the cross-border solution. And if they are working with a lot of these companies like Volante, and there's just a lot of them, if they're already on the platform providing their solution in the domestic transfers, well, then there's just really a great door that could possibly open up in the future to use XRP. But for right now, have a look at this on the FedNow website. The biggest point I want to get across is this number 21 right here. So the question is asked, will cross-border transactions be available in the FedNow service? So at launch, the FedNow service will support only domestic payments between U.S. depository institutions. So this has nothing to do with cross-border payment flows. And as everyone knows that studied XRP and its use case in regards to how Ripple defines its ODL, on-demand liquidity, it's a bridge. And it's a bridge between 2 fiats. Well, in the United States, for domestic payments, there's only 1 fiat. So we're not going to see XRP used in a domestic payment scheme. In Frankfurt, Germany, there was a CBDC conference, and it's interesting to see the company Ripple going after this CBDC space really hard. James Wallace and Anthony Welfare of Ripple both gave a presentation. And the reason why I pay attention to this is because for the CBDC, XRP, the digital asset, has a use case. It is the use case of bridging those fiat-backed digital currencies. There's a very interesting business model coming to the Flare network. This is the crowdfunding with the cloud funding launchpad. This particular use case really deserves its own dedicated video. I'm going to dive into this because it is, well, it's just really fascinating. All right, everybody, we're jumping to the fluff. I have a picture to share with you. This is from a friend of mine who lives in an area of Japan called Oita. And yeah, they know that I love animals, and that I'm especially interested in the native Japanese dog. And this is one of the 5 native to Japan. This is called a Ryukyu Inu. It's very rare. It's the native dog to Okinawa, and it's on the endangered list, as few as, I think, 400 in the last official count. So yeah, quite endangered. They usually come in this combination of red, black, white brindle. And originally, they were used to track and bay wild boar, much like hounds do, and also used to hunt birds. After the war, they were just really all but gone. There was a man called Yoshio Aragaki, and he found some in the northern area of Okinawa, in the area called Yambaru, that's very forested, and was able to revive the breed somewhat. And what's interesting about this breed is they have a unique dew claw on the back of their foot, which gives them the ability to climb trees, and also they use it as a brake when they're running. So this dew claw actually gives them, genetically speaking, a closer connection to the wolf. It's not an aggressive breed at all. They're described as alert and quiet. Yeah, so I just think it's so rare to see one. I've never seen one in person, but the fact that it was even outside of Okinawa was even pretty special. So if you ever have the chance to come across this breed, consider it very indeed a rare occasion. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.